Welcome back, Yahoo Cup Series race fans, to race 3 of the second season. Today, the drivers will endeavor the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway here in Tennessee. It's going to be tough to pass at Bristol because every groove here can be raced on, so drivers will only need to get a run off the top or grind the inside. With almost 30 degrees of banking at Bristol, the drivers will barely need to use the brakes to be able to make it through these turns. And with the preview out of the way, let's head on and check out our ones to watch. Justin Haley is in his first ever Yahoo Cup Series race today, and thanks to Diecast Buffet to making this custom for me. Kyle Larson wrecked in qualifying and will have to come from the rear, but luckily he's very good at Bristol, so it should be easy for him. And Michael McDowell had a fantastic qualifying lap. He is starting far up at the front today. Let's see if he can stay there as he's having a strong start to the season. And NASCAR and Dogs claim the 29 for Bristol Motor Speedway, and don't forget to comment to have your name on a race car for the Yahoo Cup Series. Now let's get to pit road to get the command.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world and wish they could be here, let's get ready to rumble!
As the field rolls off of pit road, let's get our starting lineup. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs' teammates in row 1 and row 2 has William Byron and Michael McDowell. Row 3 is Martin Truex and Brad Keselowski, with row 4 being Chase Elliott and Ty Gibbs. Row 5 behind them is Bubba Wallace and Corey LaJoie, and then row 6 is Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick. Row 7 will have Alex Bowman and Chase Briscoe, both needing some good runs today, and row 8 has Kyle Busch and Carson Hocevar. Row 9 is Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, and then rounding out the top 20 is NASCAR and Dogs and Chris Buescher. Row 11 is Kevin Harvick, AJ Allmendinger. Row 12 will be Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Trackhouse teammates. Row 13 has Eric Almirola and Ricky Stenhouse, with row 14 being Ryan Preece and Jimmy Johnson. Row 15 is Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Penske teammates, and row 16 is Todd Gill and Eric Jones. Then in row 17 is Harrison Burton and Ty Dillon. And row 18 is BJ McLeod, JJ Yeley. And then rounding out the field will be Kyle Larson having to come from the rear. Now here's your overview for today's race. We are at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's a half-mile length, very high banks here, as said earlier, with very high banks, almost 30 degrees of banking. It's a 12-lap event, and the end of the stage will be at lap 6. Now here is your field covered to the green. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin will lead them to the green flag, and green flags in the air as they storm on from the turn 1. Christopher Bell dives it into turn 1. Looks like he's going to be able to clear Denny Hamlin coming out of the turn, as the rest of the field mostly is still side-by-side. Byron and McDowell for third. Christopher Bell has cleared Hamlin. They go into turn 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin now getting pressure from William Byron. William Byron sticking to the inside, but Hamlin gets the run off the top. Christopher Bell will lead lap 1. Michael McDowell almost clearing William Byron for third. Brad Keselowski's going to split them 3 wide for third. As Christopher Bell still leads, Hamlin's now going to jump to the inside. Brad Keselowski making a move for third. He's 3 wide middle, McDowell and Byron. Looks like Denny Hamlin's going to try diving into the inside of Bell. Brad clears McDowell with Byron still on his inside. Bell will continue to lead with Hamlin on his inside. It looks like Ryan Preece is having trouble coming to pit road. As they're side-by-side, looks like Tyler Reddick gets loose into Corey LaJoie, spinning out Corey LaJoie as we have our first caution already here at Bristol. Hopefully it doesn't turn into chaotic races. Reddick just seemed to have driven in too hard into the turn and just clipped Corey LaJoie in his left rear, or not even his left rear, just all the way up on his door and just spun him around. Looks like LaJoie got slight contact with the outside wall. Let's get a slow motion of him hitting the wall. As, the left front just slapped the outside wall, but nobody else made contact with LaJoie other than Tyler Reddick, as LaJoie will be able to continue on. As some cars come to pit road, as Kyle Busch leads them in, he will lead them off as well. Kyle Larson is second off of pit road here, but none of the top 10 looked like they had come to pit road. Kyle Busch was first off. Larson Chastain gained positions relative to pit road. Blaney falls back. Tyler Reddick loses a bunch of spots as he needed to make some repairs. And here's your field choosing lanes. Denny Hamlin had the lead at the time of caution. He will choose the inside. Christopher Bell on his outside. As green flag is going to be back in the air here as they go into turn 1. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell lead him in. As Hamlin tries to dive it in just like Bell did, but it looks like it's not going to work. Bell stays on his outside. William Byron 3 wide for the lead. He's trying to lead a lap as Bell and Hamlin have gotten them bonus points. As Byron dives it in, Hamlin dropping back with Bell in the lead. Byron side by side for the lead. Looks like Bell is going to continue to edge him out and keep the lead. Brad up to third as he's going to push Bell, as Bell's going to be able to clear Byron, but Byron back to the inside as Brad Keselowski on the run. Ty Gibbs has entered the top 5 as Denny Hamlin continues to drop back as Christopher Bell remains in the lead still, having a dominating performance here. But Brad Keselowski's going to try and sneak to the outside. Not going to work. Ty Gibbs to Keselowski's inside, but Brad gets the run. Bell still leads. Byron drops back a little bit now as he is stuck on the inside, not able to get a run. As it looks like Brad Keselowski's Bell runs the middle lane, opening up the outside for Brad. He's going to take advantage of it. Brad now has the lead. They dive into 3 and 4 as this is the last lap of the stage. Bell tries to dive it in, but it's not going to work. Brad stays on his outside. Brad's going to get the lead. He will get those lead lap bonus points and will win the stage with Bell, Gibbs, Byron, and McDowell being the rest of your top 5. As now Christopher Bell starts to drop back as Brad Keselowski is cleared for the lead. Ty Gibbs is up there now. Ty Gibbs, the rookie, has struggled the first 2 races, but he's up there. He struggled because he's wrecked in both of them. But Brad Keselowski continues to lead. But he has pressure from Ty Gibbs on his inside. Alex Bowman's having a strong run. Bell and Byron still battling. Byron has just stayed in 3rd and 4th the entire race as Christopher Bell is rallied back. He's locked back in as Hamlin moves Byron out of the way as he's now stuck 3 wide middle between 200 cars. As Bell's going to push Gibbs by. Looks like Gibbs was able to lead that lap, and he's going to dive it to the inside there. And is going to clear Brad for the lead. Ty Gibbs is out clear for the lead, the rookie, going for his first career win. But Christopher Bell, Brad Keselowski side by side for second. Denny Hamlin and Byron side by side for fourth. As Chris Buescher has made his way up from 20th to the top, almost to the top 5. As Ty Gibbs still in the lead here. Bell and Keselowski side by side. Hamlin, Byron still side by side. As Larson all the way from the back has made his way up. As Larson gets wrecked. Hard impact to the inside wall, and he comes back up, collecting Blaney, Elliott, and Truex. Massive wreck on the backstretch, taking out 4 cars. Red flag conditions as a ton of debris everywhere. As Larson just absolutely clobbered the inside wall, and then Blaney had nowhere to go, just getting destroyed by torpedoing Larson coming back across the track. As it looked like, I believe, Larson got loose and into Bowman, and then Chastain just didn't lift and kind of just spun him out from there. As let's get one more replay of the impact as he hit so hard, he bounced into the air, and then right there hits Blaney up into Truex and spins out Elliott. Looks like Elliott got in the air a little bit too. He went hard into the inside wall. They are, all 4 of them are the first 4 out of the race. It looks like a lot of people come to pit road, but a lot of people stayed out as well, as we'll see here in a second. As Ty Gibbs leads the race off pit road, Keselowski in second. They will stay 1-2, it looks like. Byron and Bell swap spots. Buescher and Hamlin swap. McDowell, Bowman swap. And Hocevar and NASCAR and Dogs will swap positions. As Ty Gibbs is having a phenomenal performance, but he's going to have to come through some cars as a ton of people who had already pitted stayed out. Like Ryan Preece, Eric Jones, and Corey LaJoie all stay out, with Jimmy Johnson, Tyler Reddick now back up there. As green white checkered here, 2 to go. It's an overtime restart. As Ryan Preece and Eric Jones side by side for the lead. Ty Gibbs making a big 3 wide move to try and get back to the top 5. Reddick bumps Johnson out of the way a little bit, trying to make something happen. But Ty Gibbs already back into the top 5 as Preece and Jones remain side by side for the lead, but Jones will have the run on the outside as Ty Gibbs already up to 3rd. White flag is in the air one more time around here at Bristol. Can Ty Gibbs get back to the lead here? It'll be a phenomenal performance. Looks like he's going to creep to the outside of Jones. He does. Ty Gibbs and Eric Jones side by side down the back. Can Bell and Keselowski do anything as they're right behind them? But Jones just does not have the speed on the old tires. Brad's right there underneath Ty Gibbs, but Ty Gibbs will get his first ever career win here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Crazy last lap turn of events. He had to come all the way from, I believe, 8th place to get back to the lead in just 2 laps. As congratulations to Ty Gibbs, the rookie, being able to beat out all these veterans here at a tough racetrack. As here's your finishing results: Gibbs, Bell, Keselowski, Jones, Buescher, Byron, Preece, McDowell, Reddick, and Kyle Busch are your top 10. As Jones and Preece had a bold strategy to stay out, and Reddick, sorry. And Johnson ends up 11th. Chastain back up to 12th after kind of causing that big last lap crash to lead us into overtime. As Kyle Larson, who started last, finishes last. He was back into the top 10, though. Looked like he had a car to win the race. Unfortunately, never had the chance, as he ended up getting wrecked. As same for Blaney, Elliott, Truex. Didn't really have race-winning cars, but they all just ended up in the wreck. As here's your point standings. Byron's still in the lead by a lot. It looks like Byron and Keselowski have kind of pulled away, have a big lead over everyone else, but McDowell having a phenomenal season so far, as he is 3rd in the points. He is right now in your final 4. As here is everyone who rounds out the top 20. Chase Elliott still 11th after having a bad day. Alex Bowman up to 20th. As I forgot to comment, Ty Gibbs enters the top 10 after winning and having a good stage. It's Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, a couple of guys who just had a lot of mediocre races so far. just not able to get high in the points, but hopefully this season will turn around soon. In a few weeks when we arrive at the Charlotte Roval with AJ Allmendinger as well, he should be strong there. As Ryan Blaney has had a just terrible start to the season. He wrecked at Daytona. He wrecked at Gateway, which had a bad race at Gateway, and he's wrecked at Bristol. He'll hopefully turn it around in a few weeks at the Roval.